So I have a final question in the face of changing healthcare. As a medical oncologist and in a very important institution, what are some of your feelings, whether it's you're on the positive side or where you may have some concern? So just some thoughts on that.
Well, so first, I think it is absolutely critical, and this is a little different from healthcare reform, but it does relate to budgetary issues. I think it is absolutely critical that we step on the accelerator of cancer research and that we fund clinical research and clinical trials and basic work. But in terms of clinical care, I think there's a whole other set of issues. And we very, very clearly spend a great deal of money on cancer care. And cancer care is almost certainly always going to be expensive. Caring for people who are at the end of their life, and I hope at some point cancer doesn't ever mean that a woman or man is at the end of their life, but for the moment it does sometimes, and that's always going to be an expensive endeavor. And our new drugs, because of the cumbersome way in which drugs are developed, will always be relatively expensive as well. But I think that if in fact we're going to avail ourselves of all of these opportunities, we have to do two things. One, we have to be careful not to accept improvements that aren't real improvements. Improvements of a month or two may be of interest and may give us a clue that a drug could be useful if given in another setting, but that may not be enough for many people to warrant the use of a highly costly drug. That's number one. Number two, we've got to get rid of the waste in the system, and we have to eliminate costs that are truly not in any way adding to a person's survival or quality of life. And in fact, I think that there are many ways in which we expend resources that probably, if anything, harm a person's quality of life and certainly will not extend their survival. So, I think we have to go after some of what I would call the low-hanging fruit and try to limit some of the excess expenditures. And how to do that? Well, I think the way to do that is to develop better and better guidelines and to really push doctors to practice within reasonable guidelines, because we know that guideline-based care, generally speaking, is better care and almost certainly is less costly care.
Thank you, Dr. Weiner. Truly enlightening spending time with you. I always enjoy speaking with you. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me. Bye-bye.